Descendant, can you hear me? I've been waiting for you.
So this just seems like shit fucking Warframe. Like, the names are trash. Okay, so here I am editing this video, and I'm talking about how bad the names are in this game. And I didn't even mention that this guy that's just walked in has the most giga original name in the entire game. His name is Alpha. Okay, so we gotta talk about the names in this game. I don't know who was in charge of naming people, but it's as if they just scrolled through their followers list on Instagram, found old mate fucking Terry, Tezza, and was like, yep, we'll put him in the game, we'll name a character after him. These are the most generic, uninteresting names in a video game. Zero thought was put into it, and so we're going to do a Cinema Sin style tally of all the bad names. This game's a Lotus. The mystical space wizard mummy who guides you on your journey is called the Guide. Next, we've got this hot piece of fan service that I can't look at for too long, otherwise I may get carried away. Her armor looks like a bunny, and so that's exactly what they fucking called her. Bunny. It's like a toddler naming their toy bear Teddy. This is some monkey see, monkey name type shit. There's Mr. Spray and Wife himself, Ajax. We got this guy, Kyle. There's a bitch called Sharon. Some fucker called Jeremy. When we get to the enemies, there's these big crab guys called Gravewalkers. Now, where are the graves they're working on? I got no damn clue, but it sounds spooky, I guess. Worst part is the enemy race that these fucking Gravewalkers belong to is called the Colossi. I did point out Alpha before, but I'm pointing him out again just in case you forgot this guy. Compared to my boy Vuvu Zayla from Destiny, this guy with his discount Kakashi scar can fuck right off. But what I think the most painful example of bad names belongs to the omnipotent race in this universe, the Great Ancestors. I genuinely didn't think we could come up with a worse name for something that's supposed to be our source of power against evildoers than the goddamn Traveler. And yet here we are with the motherfucking Great Ancestors. On the bright side, the game does feature one of the greatest philosophers in history. We got Seneca in the party. Fuck, never mind, they just stole that guy's name. I'm gonna be honest, I have nothing good to say here. Bunny is just Volt from Warframe, except she's got a big ass. This Jaber guy is more like Axton than Roland, but hell, he could still easily be the next turret guy in a Borderlands game. Glay, another shit name, is just your standard, I take damage so I deal more damage and then I heal myself type operator. We got Phoenix from Valorant, called Blair. We got Freyna, which is fan service Viper from Valorant. There's this Katara-esque waterbending chick with an astronaut helmet on called Velby, and she uses water, and get this, she applies a debuff called Laundry. Well, at least women have some other place than the kitchen they can go. But for real, I don't even know what this laundry effect does, nor do I care. It could literally summon a fucking washing machine and get enemies stuck in it like in those step-sibling porn videos, and I still wouldn't care. There's this Carl guy, and as much as his name is shit, he is somewhat cool. He's got some jaws that make him fly and controls magnetic fields. I mean, and then there's Enzo, who's the designated pack mule. The dude carries ammo, and like 2 of his abilities are just to fucking summon ammo, and I've never had an ammo problem in this game. Mind you, he's got a shield recharge ability, which might as well be a Warlock's healing rift. But he does have one cool thing: he can send out a fucking kamikaze drone, and that's it. Now on the other hand, we got Mr. Well of Radiance meets a lifeline from Apex Legends, Eugen. Eugen has healing drones and can buff teammates' attacks and defense, as well as summon a big healing pit. But that's about it. There are the prime frames. Wait, sorry, just got a message here. They're called Ultimate Descendants. The prime frames look ass, okay? Viessa somehow becomes less fan servicey, but Bunny goes full softcore porn. Lepic just looks like he's in some fucking Dark Souls armor, and Ajax finally embraces the fact that he's a Destiny Titan ripoff, and so he just becomes a clunky ass motherfucker. And that's it. Those are the Descendants. Okay, so while editing this video, I realized I fucked up. I forgot about Sharon. Sharon is the ninja frame. She goes invis. She throws kunai. Think of Ash from Warframe, and that's Sharon. The other thing is, I didn't go over the starting frame. But guess what? I've got my live reaction, so you can watch that. He's supposed to be a Titan. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, that's a Warlock looking helm in Destiny.
Leave it to me. Defense is my forte.
Holy fuck. He is a Titan. Creates a barrier. Oh, nice. It reflects hits. It does something that it doesn't do in Destiny. It's not completely stolen. Okay. Pretty sure Rhino's got this move. Another unoriginal move. You jump, you CC people. When using an enhanced skill, grants the leap enhancement. What the fuck does that mean? What is a leap enhancement? So what's the difference between these two? Why would I ever use this if I can use this leap move? They do the same thing. They both crowd control. It's just one's got an extended CC duration and one doesn't. And then they actually just stole Bubble Titan. Grants the barrier enhancement effect to allies. What does that mean? What is barrier enhancement? What the fuck does it do? What is barrier enhancement? Like, what I'm getting from this, right, is that I have to choose my character to play, and the one I don't have to farm for, based off text that explains fuck all to me. This is your AoE frame. Yes, your wave clear frame. Throw a grenade. Wow. Gains overclock. Inflicts burn on enemies damaged by grenade throw or overkill. Burn deals continuous damage. Blah blah blah, like it does. What the fuck is overclock? Nobody knows. Wait, what? That's what the skill's called. Using the skill, I gain the skill. What? Okay, I throw another grenade that's used for crowd control. I don't know what the fuck toad means. Is that just saying that I'm gonna pull enemies in? Why not just say I'm gonna pull enemies in? Equips a unique weapon. Wait, what? So it does two different forms of damage, I guess. So he just becomes immune when his health is low? Yes, sir. Buys frost shards. What the fuck is Ice Shackle? Is there a way I can fucking get more information on this? Nah? Cool. Activates the Frost Road state. Don't tell me that using the skill activates the fucking skill. Do you understand how idiotic this is? This is retarded. Rather, use that line to explain what the fuck Ice Shackle is. So it's like running behind a Singed if you had fucking Rylai's. Again, what the fuck? What is Ice Shackle? What is this? Somebody explain! Creates a blizzard at a designated location. Enemies within the blizzard take continuous damage. So whenever I hit someone with an ability, it also summons this sphere. I'm going to assume damages. The ice sphere that is created flies at a nearby enemy, dealing damage to hit enemy and burst damage to nearby enemies. What is burst damage? Now I'm confused. Is that like explosive damage? The hit enemy is inflicted with Ice Shackle. Ice Shackle decreases the speed and increases in stage when the effect stacks. So is Ice Shackle just a slowing ability? When I use a skill, right, I put someone in Ice Shackle, which utilizes my passive, gives me this sphere, and then the sphere's gonna hit some fucker, and then give them Ice Shackle as well. So does that not mean I'm gonna permanently chain these spheres? So as you can tell, I was confused. I had no idea what half of these abilities were, what they actually did, or how the passive worked. No clue. And that's the game's fault because they did not explain shit with those texts. Oh well, what can you do? We're going to move on to the storytelling now. So, I'm a few hours into this game, and so far in the story, we're doing better than Warframe because I actually understand what the fuck is happening here. And it didn't take no 9-hour fucking YouTube video to explain it to me. Is the story good? Fuck no. There was some bullshit dimensional breach and some hooligans called the Vulgus I mean, at least that name's original-ish. But anyway, the Vulgus came on through and they started fucking up humanity like their cell beating on Gohan. Not to mention, more fuckers come through this dimensional rift to join the Ragnarok party, which are these colossi I brought up earlier, fucking Goombas. Before you know it, humanity's just getting fucked, like completely bent over like a child in a confession box. But oh wait, the great ancestors have bestowed their fucking wonderful power on these select few people, and we're gonna call them Descendants. That's another shit name there. That's right, you thought the shit names were over? Oh, hell no. It's in the damn title of the game. They're definitely continuing. We go chase this Ironheart thing, and this is in the first mission, we're chasing this thing, to which my only question was, what the fuck is it? Like, we know what it's called, why we want it, I don't fucking know. What it does, I don't know. I had no answers until the end of the mission, and then all I found out is that the great ancestors made 3 of these things, and with all 3 we can kick the Colossi and Vulgus right out the dimensional rift they came through and slam that thing shut right on their asses. This is where we meet the fucking guide at the end of the first mission. Fuck it, every time I have to say this hoe's name, I'm adding one to the bad name tally. The big bad evil guy, Karel, he pulls up on us. He fucks up Bunny, steals the Iron Heart. The place starts falling apart. We kill one of these Grave Walker things. We go back to the central hub. We find out the guide didn't fully form, and so now we're sent on a quest to repair her. We gotta run around, do some missions in order to find out how to repair her. Also, along our way, we find out where the Iron Heart is, but the enemies have the data, and so we gotta go get that, which is where we encounter the second boss. Greg. No, not that guy. That's Sherlock Holmes if he was a doctor. Nah, that's the fucking yellow wiggle. This guy, dude, got clapped. You'll see it somewhere in the gameplay. And that's kind of where I'm up to in the story. Is it good? Fuck no. Am I even slightly intrigued by this shit? Absolutely not. Do I care about the characters? I couldn't give a flying fuck. This story isn't worth the steam off my piss on a winter morning. But do I know what's happening? Yes. And so, this story is better than Warframe, confirmed. No debate. At the end of the day, the main reason to play a game is because of how it feels. Let's start off with the movement in this game, where it's slightly better than Borderlands. A game in which you can only jump once and run in any direction, and that's Borderlands movement. Like, sure, there's the nade jumping and the rocket jumping, but we're not going to get into that. At its base level, you run and you can jump once, and that's it. In this game, you get a double jump, you get a roll, but apparently there's no crouch, or maybe I'm just an idiot. Don't quote me on that. But it's also got the worst grapple mechanic I've used since Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. In the new Spider-Man games, they let you swing freely, where this is all choked up like your mother in that BDSM video you found on the old VHS tapes in the garage. You don't even really swing, it kind of just pulls you straight to what you're grappled onto. If you're gonna give it shit range, at least let me grapple to thin air like in Destiny so I can traverse the map efficiently. When you compare the movement and abilities in this game to its main competitors, Destiny and Warframe, it can't hold a candle to either. Warframe's got bullet jumping, it's got aim gliding, Destiny's got grapples, it's got a different way to jump on every fucking class. The movement in this game just cannot keep up with its competitors. But the guns feel fun. Destiny level fun? I don't know about that. I would say not. But they've got pulse rifles, ARs, SMGs, hand cannons, trace rifles, snipers, shotguns, scouts, RPGs. This game has the gun variety, and they all feel good. The only gripe I have is that the weapon swap speed makes gunplay feel clunky, and I genuinely hope that they release mods that allow you to swap weapons faster. The game does also work like Warframe in that you unlock and upgrade mods in order to make weapons and frames stronger. There's elemental status mods, crit chance, crit damage, and not to mention that mod slots even have polarities just like in Warframe. The missions are quick and don't feel tedious like spy or defection missions. They work more like patrols in Destiny. And then there is a strike-esque mission at the end of every area where you can matchmake a fire team or do it solo. It's a longer mission with a boss at the end. That's all it is. The missions aren't revolutionary, but they feel nowhere near as bad as doing Warframe Star Chart. Abilities are cool to use. I'm not saying that they're complete garbage, but they are kind of unnecessary. At least in the early game. Like, I kind of just use the same 2 abilities and occasionally summon the Ice NATO if there's a big group of adds, but shooting is pretty much all I do. I've heard a lot of talk about the microtransactions and I have no idea about them. Haven't been forced to do any. I don't see a problem with it. It may become an issue later, but for now, it's fine. I don't have to spend money. I can if I want loot. At the end of the day, I'm having fun with the game, despite people with names like Gregory and the story being mid at best. Mind you, Destiny's story was garbage. It was a complete meme for years. The game's free, so there's genuinely no loss. If you like Warframe, give the game a go. It's most similar to that. Jade Shadows has been out for a while. You got time before more content launches. Give the first Descendant the reach around and just see what it's like. You may like it. It's getting a lot of flack for shit that really doesn't matter. Just try the game. People are comparing this to Destiny and it's nowhere near the same level. I heard there might be some dungeons, but I don't know how reliable that is. But that's about it. It doesn't seem like we're getting any raids, so just keep playing Destiny if you're a Destiny enjoyer. We're getting Episode 1, Act 2 in less than 2 weeks, so unless you're already bored of Destiny and you have nothing to do for the next 2 weeks, I'd just wait for that. Compared to Warframe though, this game is on a similar level early gameplay wise. I don't know what the late game's like, it'll take me a while to get there, but when I do I'll make another video and give it a full review. But tell me about your experience with the first Descendant down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more content, please like and subscribe. This video took way too long to make and edit, so any support is much appreciated. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye all.